Hello. I just got back from seeing the movie Sausage Party. I saw a 2:50 showing of the movie at a nearby theater. So before I talk about this movie, I want to talk about what I knew about it beforehand. I first heard of the movie near the beginning of this year, I'd say. I watched a guy called Animats Reviews, and he will give his initial preconceptions about a movie for the entire year. Like he'll just do a year's list for what he thinks is going to be good and what he thinks is going to be bad. And he talks like his brief thoughts on what he thinks Sausage Party is going to be, just in a line. And I hear it's like, okay, an R-rated animated film. And I didn't know what to expect because I didn't know who was making it, and at the time I was too busy to try to look into it. I then figure out that the movie's entire idea came from Seth Rogen. And I was unsure of how this movie was going to turn out because Seth Rogen is a pretty sketchy filmmaker. He can make good films, but at the same time can make bad ones too. But I wouldn't know because I haven't seen any of his movies. Kung Fu Panda doesn't count because that's a voice role and that's a kid's movie. So anyway, I finally see the trailers and I wasn't a fan of the trailers. I actually wasn't. I was like thinking just like, okay, so there's that. What else can this be? But then when I hear about people saying good things about this movie, I was like, okay, I'm not surprised given Seth Rogen can do good work. So then I see that the movie has an 18 plus rating on Comsys Media, and I was like, oh man, what's in this movie? I know it's an R rating, but that is saying a lot for them. So I see the movie, and what do I think of it? It is a relentlessly raunchy movie. I mean, I'm not going to give any spoilers on what it is because that's just rude, but when you hear R rating, you believe it. I mean, it almost got an NC-17 rating. Just think of that. So it's like I beg you, parents, if you have a kid that's under 18, don't take them to see this. I mean, is it a bad movie? I'm gonna say no. I liked it. I thought it was a really funny movie. It's proof that a movie with an idea so ridiculous can be used in a very funny way if you have the right person working with it. And since Seth Rogen has made many R films before, and it's something that he's wanted to do for a while, then this turned out to be pretty good. But the theme of the film was something I was not expecting. I kind of already heard about it, but when you see the trailers, you don't think of it. It's like the entire film is basically a message about your personal belief system, about how if you were to believe something that has no proof that's true, to where it controls your rules on life. It's basically a satire on how religion can be restricting in terms of people's behavior. Except, yeah. As you've seen in the trailer, the food believe that being bought by the humans means a good thing, even though we all know that's not the case. So, who would I recommend this movie to? Well, if you're not into raunchy comedies, then go ahead and skip it because this is pretty much the same as all of them. However, if you find the trailers amusing or you like the idea of Seth Rogen making an animated movie that is as raunchy as he can make it physically possible for his mental head, then go ahead, check it out. Just don't take any kids to see it. So, the audience in the movie. Oh man, I have something to say about this. This was a really interesting theater because first when I bought the tickets, I saw it with my mom. Yeah, she watches Orange is the New Black and Game of Thrones. She's not this old-fashioned woman. So we bought the tickets, and we actually selected seats. I picked the wrong area. I thought I was at the back of the theater, but I was near the front of the theater. It wasn't too close, though. I could still... It's like there's a definition of too close or too far. I'd say it was a little too close, but it was fine. So, when we're in the theater, it's a theater that serves you food while the movie is playing. I've never heard of that before. And I did not order any food because I didn't take any money with me. My mom paid for everything. And she ordered food. And I honestly don't care for that type of theater. I'm not going to go to another one if I know it's going to do that. But then there was one guy in this movie theater who, at one point, I noticed that this guy was very loud. And I was thinking to myself, is this guy a criminal? Nobody acts like this. He was shouting like if you've seen the movie before and he was trying to quote the lines and stuff like that. My mom thinks that he was drunk. And I know that it got the attention of the people serving the food because they were already in the theater that we were at. He either got kicked out or he left or he finally shut up because I didn't hear him for the rest of the movie. So I was really angry at this guy, though. I felt like I wanted to punch him in the face or strangle him. So we're lucky I kept my sanity. Trailers for the movie? I'm trying to remember. There's a trailer for something called Ben-Hur. I haven't seen any of the Ben-Hur movies. I've heard they're really good, but I haven't had the time. And I don't remember who's making this new movie, so I just really don't care right now. I saw a trailer that apparently, I think it had Jonah Hill. It was like directed by the same guy who makes The Hangover. But that guy has a sketchy film career. Like, apparently The Hangover is his only good movie so far. Maybe he'll come back around with this new one, who knows. I can't... I'm really blanking with these trailers, because I remember when I saw Zootopia, I really remember those trailers. But I just don't. So, Sausage Party. If you like raunchy comedies, and you want to support an animated movie that has an R rating, then go see it. Because here's the thing. Animation really needs to find its place to where it's not only for family films. I know that in Japan that is not the case. I mean, I've seen Elfen Lied, I've seen Akira, I've seen Ghost in the Shell. I know that anime can be for adults. I really need to watch more of Cowboy Bebop. I only watched like the first couple episodes a while back. So, making an animated movie with a strict R rating, if this film is a success, then it can open up the new opportunity to make animated films that are R-rated. So, if that happens for the better, then Sausage Party will be one of the most influential movies ever made. Probably since Fritz the Cat or something like that. I haven't seen Fritz the Cat, but whether you like the movie or not, it's still important. So, with that being said, goodbye.